Greetings all, Shardvixen here. Alright, so we're getting back into vlogs, getting in the swing of things. Sundays are going to be the day. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. It is not doing very well anymore with my vlogging. So I'm going to have to start exploring the other one, which really pisses me off because I traded this with my grandson for my laptop because I didn't need a laptop because it didn't work very well either. Because it just must be me. My expectations are way too high for this shit, I guess. I was going to show you my beautiful nails because I've been taking collagen, but the nail polish is still coming off very quickly. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, this is Know Thyself. You're going to hear shit in the background because I'm in the garage, and for whatever reason, I tell people I'm doing a vlog. It's like when I have my headphones on and I'm streaming. I can't wait till I can have my own room again. Anyway, so this is Know Thyself. I do one every 4 weeks, about 4 to 5 weeks. And this is about me. Well, it's all about me, but this is really about me. It's about pulp culture, um, entertainment, stuff like that, and how it affected me. Jay is an artist, and the artist we're doing is actually, sorry, children illustrator. I'm sure maybe he illustrated other things, but his name's Steve Kellogg. Um, he's been around since the 1980s. He's 90 years old now. I didn't actually come into reading him because by the time he started writing, I was out of high school, uh, and so I wasn't really reading children's books. Not to say I was reading them in high school, but sometimes I would pick out picture books and stuff for my cousins. Um, but when I went back to school, the fourth time, fifth time in Reading, I went back to school to become a preschool teacher. And so the classes you take in the AA level for a preschool teacher are early childhood education. That's what they call it. I do not have a degree in early childhood education. I have a lot of classes and or very old education in early childhood education because like all things dealing with people, psychology and stuff like that. Nope. You'll have to wait. I think that was the dogs though. Things change. The way we view people, the way we think people, the way stuff should be taught, the way stuff like that. It changed while I was going to school. I went from classes where you directed the children to then classes where you didn't direct the children as much. Classes where thank you and please was a common courtesy that you taught young kids to we don't teach them that because they don't understand the concept. I disagreed with that. I think learning things by rote is just as good because eventually your brain. I mean, that's how our educational system is anyway. You learn stuff that is not applicable at times ever, and then other things that are only applicable, and I don't know why I say that word funny, later on. So for me, when I went to college, the stuff I was learning was stuff I wouldn't have been able to use except I was working in childhood education in preschools. I was working in preschools. So I got, that's how I ended up going back to school. I was working in the school system because I had originally worked with adults with special needs. And then I started working with kids with special needs during the summer to add to my, you know, do something with kids kind of thing. And then that's where I decided I'd go back to school to become take classes to help with what I was doing. And then I decided I'd become a preschool teacher. So I was working in preschools, and then I got work experience. So I was also doing work experience, and I was substituting. So that's what I was doing for a while. I went from being a data entry person in a chainsaw store to working with kids. But I had worked with kids in the past, so it wasn't that big of a thing. Anyway, so the first book that I was introduced to was Is Your Mama a Llama? Okay, the book itself is just illustrated by him. He writes books as well, but Is Your Mama a Llama came out. Let's see, hang on. I wrote these all down so we would all know when it came out. And I didn't write that one down. But his artwork is very beautiful. It's very intricate kind of thing. Oh my God. We need a sign that says, we are recording now. Please don't listen to YouTube channels. Anyway, one of the books that I got at the thrift store came from 1988. I didn't get it then. I went out and got a whole bunch of books because I had to do, when you take classes in early childhood, you do a lot of projects that are useful for the time period. So I had to come up with some books that would be good reading. And some of the ones that I had seen in the daycare, not daycare, but the preschools I was working at were Steve Kellogg's. So, like his Tall Tale series, which was Johnny Appleseed, Paul Bunyan, Pesco Bill, I think that's what it's called. Beautiful artwork, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you an example in a minute because I'm going to read you my favorite book. In 1999, I got laid off. Well, yeah, 1998, 1999. I got laid off from the place I was working. And I decided to go back to school, like I said. And then in the summer, I became so I went back to school. And then I started doing substitute work. And I did ASL. So I have 4 years of ASL. And I can't translate because of the processing disorder in my head. Can you imagine when I learned? But I took the class because children on an autism spectrum tend to be nonverbal and you can use sign language. And at the time, in 1997, my nephew was born. And a couple of years later, he was diagnosed as being autistic, and we used sign language and PECS with him, which PECS is picture English communication, or picture exact communication. I can't remember what it exactly means. And so I decided to take some ASL. I had taken ASL when my daughter was really small, and we used sign language with her as well. Please, sorry, things like that. So we did that. I did that, and one of the finals on the first semester of ASL was you had to take a book or a song and you had to translate it. Now, ASL, unlike C-Sign, which is sign exact English, doesn't have a sign for every single word. It's more of you get some words together and it gives you the gist of the story of what's going on. So that's the difference kind of with ASL. In my 200th vlog that's coming up, I'm going to do a dance video using ASL signs to do that in a artistic format. So I won't be signing every single word in the song. I will just be signing bunches of words together to give an imagery to the song. Hopefully. We'll see. The song is interesting, so it affects me here. So I like the song. So anyway, one of the books I ended up getting for my daughter was The Christmas Witch, because she likes witches. He has a fabulous one called Astor's Aardvark's Alphabet Adventures, which made me want to write an alphabet story for my kid, and I did. At my son's baby shower, I got The Mysterious Tadpole, and I got what is it called? How Much is a Million? I love that book. I don't have it anymore, but it tells you how long it would take you in various ways. You know, like how big a piles or how long it takes to count to 1,000,000. It's a wonderful book. You get a chance, you should check it out. All right, so I'm going to read to you. Is Your Mama a Llama? I love this book. Great sign language on it, too. Okay, and I'm going to show you the pictures because the pictures are fabulous. Look at that. Fabulous. See how they're just so soft and cuddly. So cute. They're so cute. They're so cute. Anyway, this is illustrated by Stephen Kellogg, but it was written by Deborah Garino, I think is how you say it. Garino. And I like rhymes. I'm a very rhythmic kind of person. And if you haven't figured this out, I like simplistic stuff. I draw that way, but I like, you look at it and you say, this is what it means on the outside, and this is what it means on the inside. If that makes sense. All right. So, is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Dave. No, she is not, is the answer Dave gave. There's the llama, and oh, what is Dave? And if I'm talking to you like you're 3, that's how I do this book. If not, that I'm talking like you're 3. All right. She hangs by her feet and she lives in a cave. I do not believe that is how llamas behave. Oh, you are right about that. I think that your mama sounds more like a bat. See? How pretty. Look at that. So cute. Okay. Is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Fred. No, she is not, is what Freddie said. Oops, my nose got in the way. She has a long neck and white feathers and wings. I don't think a llama has all of those things. Oh, I said, you don't need to go on. I think that your mama must be a swan. See how pretty? Pretty. I just love it. It's just beautiful artwork. Just beautiful. Is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Jane. No, she is not, Jane tiredly explained. Miss Jane. When you like something, you like to share it. I mean, I do. I mean, I know I seem very simplistic at the moment, but it's really, it is how I view it. She grazes on grass. She likes to say moo. Don't think that's what a llama would do. Okay, I said, I understand now. I think that your mama must be a cow. Is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Clyde. No, she is not, is how Clyde replied. I know you're all wondering, will he find his mother? She's got flippers and whiskers and eats fish all day. I do not think llamas act quite in that way. Oh, I said, I'm beginning to feel that your mama must really be a seal. A seal's eating a fish. I think it's the fish that was drawn earlier. Is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Rhonda. No, she is not, is how Rhonda responded. She's got big hind legs and a pocket for me. So I don't think a llama is what she could be. Oh, I said, that's certainly true. I think that your mama's a kangaroo. Kangaroo. Is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Lynn. That's awesome, that one. Oh, Lloyd, don't be silly, Lynn said with a grin. You can't. You can't. Not yet. I'm recording.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just hang on a second.
Put my hands on the microwave.
It's fine. My mama has big ears, long lashes, and fur, and you, of all people, should know about her. our mamas belong to the same herd, and you know all about llamas because you are one too. Yes, you were right, I said to my friend. My mama's a llama. And this is the end. So his artwork's just so beautiful. I mean, it's very intricate. It looks like with the little squirrels right here, the design in the trees, little owl, right, and the waves in the water, the mountains. So this is my favorite book by him. My second sets are like Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wasp and Jimmy Boa's Big Birthday Splash. Those are really cute too. I have the Johnny Appleseed. It was given to me. I bought the Paul Bunyan a while back. And then, so sometimes they'll have daycares that need books. And so I would make big giant batches of my books. I have tons and tons of books though. But I will share some pictures of these books. And I like stories and pictures that make you feel good. And Is Your Llama a Llama? Is Your Mama a Llama? It's one of those books that just kind of makes you feel good. Another book, I had talked about before was Green Eggs and Ham. That's another one that has stuck with me pretty much my whole life. It just has a very sing-songy kind of thing, so that when you need a mantra, those are the kind that are good. Like for stress, for anxiety, having a mantra works really well. You don't want it's like an anger management. You don't want to use the 1, 2, 3s or the ABCs because we've learned those by rote. If you want to use things like that, you want to go backwards or by 2s or by 3s, things you have to think. Because the whole process of when you're angry or anxious is to get yourself out of your emotional cord, which is way back down here, back up here to your front area where all the executive thinking is. So you want to be there when you're angry because it's easier to degrade the angry to get it down, or when you're anxious to get to a more reasonable thing. So if you use a mantra, even one that you do know, you still have to think about. So like in Green Eggs and Ham, I know most of Green Eggs and Ham, but there's points where I have to think about the next word, not in a train, not in the rain, not with a fish, even if you wished. That's not how they go, but you have to think about that. For me, my anxiety stuff tends to be songs. I'll use songs in my head. I do not remember songs well though, even rhyming songs. There are some songs that are there once they start. If my daughter starts the song, I can continue. One of those songs, because I sang it so much, was Paradise by the Dashboard Light. And there's parts of that song, once it starts, I can continue the whole song, Another one would probably be some AC/DC songs, but I have to still, and None of Your Business by Salt and Pepper. I have to get the song started, but once it starts, the song will continue in my head. I tend to use words for my anxiety. But the impact of these books was that I carried them through school, so I used them a lot whenever I had an assignment with where I had to use a book that was for that age group. Steve Kellogg was one of the go-tos because the artwork's so spectacular, and I wanted to share it with as many people as I could. Anyway, so that's it for this one. The next one is What Does a Vixen Say? And I think we're going to read a comic book, but I'm not positive. But I think that's what we're going to be doing. We're working towards that 200th vlog. Now, it's possible that the 200th vlog won't come right after 199. I may have to, because I got a green screen. I got to figure out how I'm going to set up the green screen. And I have to, I'm going to film one where I just dance and film it right there. Then I have another song that I'm going to choreograph to. If people want to act, give me some ideas for songs, and then I have the song um, that I'm going to be using for the ASL translation art form. Anyway, catch y'all on the flip side. I'm out of here.